Beautiful souls, hello and welcome back to Subconscious Food. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food gives you the tools, techniques and tips to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled and abundant life. Today we are talking about what you believe to be true is what you perceive to be true, and that cycle continues and continues. If you haven't already subscribed, do go ahead, click the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications, get notified every time I post a new video. With that being said, let's get on to the video. Okay, so I know I have spoken about this before. I think it's one of the most profound subjects, and I will keep describing it in slightly different ways until it becomes second nature to you, until you feel as though you get this concept, because I know personally with myself, this is something I constantly have to remind myself. I constantly have to let myself know that what I believe to be true is what I perceive in my outer reality, and that is why it is the way it is. It's because of my belief systems. So let's start from the beginning. Our thoughts and our emotions, if we think and feel something enough, they start to turn into a belief. And when we believe something to be true, it's reflected to us in our outer reality. It's reflected to us in our environment, reflected to us in our relationships we have, because we know that people directly reflect like a mirror to us what's going on inside of us. And it's also reflected into the material possessions we have, the type of experiences we have, the type of life we lead, the type of happiness, fulfillment and abundance we have in our lives. So if you believe that money is bad, okay, you believe it is the root of all evil. I've heard that quote being said by people many times, including from my clients, and they are clients that are trying to manifest more abundance in their life, but they're stuck with that belief and that reality. What you really have to ask yourself is why? Why has that belief become so strong? Why has that belief been something that you strongly believe in? Why is that belief there? Now, 9 times out of 10, what I find is that these beliefs are stemming from childhood. Maybe their parents used to find it quite challenging to get by, and they were in that survival paradigm. Maybe they were immigrants. Maybe they were in a country where they had to work extra hard in order to supply their kids with the type of lifestyle they wish to experience. And so out of that frustration, they would have felt as though money is something that hinders them, that causes them unfulfillment, pain or suffering. And you were having to listen to that every single day. And what do we know about our subconscious? Within our first 7 years, our brain is predominantly in a theta brainwave state. Theta brainwave states are the most powerful brainwave states to reprogram our subconscious. So if our brain is in that predominantly between 0 to 7, and these sorts of thoughts, emotions are being directed at us, to us, and indirectly as well, then you're going to naturally absorb those beliefs. So it's not necessarily about blaming your parents for what they didn't know or the lack of awareness at that point, because they may have been serving their purpose perfectly to get you to where you are right now, to get you to this part, this paradigm, to get you to this place. So the question you need to ask yourself is, what do I believe? Who I really am? Who really are you? You're not just a biological product of your parents. You are a being. You are a soul with your own mission. You are a soul with your own criteria, your own personal reality, your own personality that is here to do something. You need to figure out what that is. Because when you start to figure out what that is, you can understand which belief systems would align and will align with the person you truly are. Sometimes especially when people are new to the manifestation process and they don't actually know that much about spirituality as a background and as a foundation. And of course, you know, it's a new set of rules essentially. So it can be very, very, very exciting, and it is very exciting. But people start to get sidetracked by what they could have, instead of understanding and experiencing the now moment. Because when you start to become aware and present to the now, is when you have the ability to actually experience the now, and that's when you can start building for the future, or healing, or, you know, bringing in what it is that you really want here in the now. You can't do that if your head's in the future but you are presently here right now. So if I'm talking to you, right, if I'm looking at the camera from one perspective, or I'm talking directly to you whilst you're at home, whilst you're out and about, if I'm thinking something else unrelated, you will feel that and it will come through. And instead, I'm being very, very present. I'm here with you right now, and I'm explaining this process to you because I know it's going to help you immensely. The same thing happens if you are in a relationship with someone and you're having a serious conversation, but your head and your mind is thinking about the future and the detrimental effect that this current argument is going to have on your future. You're not being present to the moment. You're not giving yourself the opportunity to be able to be present to the moment, to be aware of the moment, and then you have the ability to change. You don't need to be struck down by anxiety as you visualize future timelines or visualize potential future overwhelming timelines. So the point is, well, a bit on a tangent there, you need to understand what belief systems work for you, because what you believe to be true is what you perceive to be true in your outer reality. The way that this works is the beliefs that you have when you truly believe something, what you're doing, okay, is through your emotion antenna and through your thought antenna, you are consciously and unconsciously sending out a certain vibrational frequency. And this signature vibrational frequency is constantly being sent out to the universe. The universe is picking up on your vibrations and it's going, of course, you can have more in return. What do we know about the law of attraction? What you give is equal to what you receive. So the universe is saying, here's more, you're sending me this, here's more, here's more. The universe always has your back. So if you're asking for more, here you go, here's more of the same. So what happens is the belief that you originally had is strengthened and strengthened and strengthened, because what you believe to be true about a certain circumstance becomes more and more and more true, because you're receiving more of the same in return. And what do we know? What happens is in here, internally, is then reflected to us in our external environment. So then we see out there that confirmation of what we believe to be true. We feel even more strong about what we believe to be true. And then it continues as a cycle. You see more of the same in return. You receive more of the same in return. It's perceived to you as more of the same in return. So the only way for you to be able to change what you perceive to be true is to change what you believe to be true. You can change what you believe to be true through affirmations, through inner work, through shadow work, through understanding the limiting beliefs that do not serve you anymore. And once you get a handle on that, your perception, your external reality will change automatically with you. If you've ever seen or heard a story about someone who's gone from rags to riches, the reason why they've gone through that transformation is because they changed what they believe to be true about themselves, and therefore external environment changed too. It's been an honor and a pleasure to share this information with you. Do comment down below if you'd like more of these types of videos. If you haven't already subscribed, do go ahead, click the subscribe button to support me. I'm so grateful for all of your subscriptions. Until next time, beautiful souls, namaste, bye.